Lead off with Coach Bray. Please make sure to grab a mic before asking a question. Coach, when you're ready.
I'm ready. No, it just, again, another example of these guys not blinking in adversity. Obviously, that fourth quarter was hard, but those guys stepped up and made plays when they needed to be made. So that showed me a lot. Yeah, watch the film. There'll be lots to clean up and lots we got to do better. But the way they handled and responded is big time.
Coach, you come out of the game or come out to start the game with 2 turnovers, including Giovanni's first interception, but take it back in double overtime and take them straight to the wire. Just kind of how do you feel about the resiliency of your team through that?
Yeah, I feel great about it. And Giovanni, the same thing. He shows up in those moments. When we need him to make the throws and lead the offense, he does it. That's probably his best quality.
Trent, you've had 4 games now where the fourth quarter, really, the game was pretty much in hand. Was this fun? And I'm just curious how you felt about the way this thing fit.
Right after the fourth down stop, it was a lot of fun, yeah. But no, it wasn't. I mean, you're in the moment, you aren't recognizing it, but it's a great win because it is our first real challenge in the fourth quarter to have to go win the game. To watch them do that was great.
What did you defensively in the fourth quarter? You guys gave up a lot, but then in overtime, what do you think got into your defense a little bit there? Because they did pretty much shut down Colorado State there.
They did. I think it's just we're just in that same kind of. There's going to be ups and downs right now with our youth and inexperience, and they're gaining a lot of it. But I think that's probably the biggest thing. We gotta get to a level where we can sustain throughout the whole game. That's the biggest improvement we need to make on defense.
Trent, that final drive that set up the Everett field goal, I mean, looking back on it now, how big, A, Josh Gray jumping on that fumble, and then B, Everett, who his struggles had been noted coming into the week, hits a big kick like that. And, I'm just curious, in that moment when your guys were trailing, was there any doubt or was there complete confidence and mindset in this team they'd go down the field and get in field goal range?
There was no doubt for those guys. They believed, they knew they were going to do it, and they went down and did it. And then, like I said I think on Monday, I have every faith in Everett's ability to make those kicks. And we gave him good protection, which helps the kicker a ton, and he was able to knock it through. Clutch kick.
Trent, so much happened there at the end. Obviously the overtime is the final 2 minutes. Just off the top of your head, in your mind's eye, what are the plays that stand out in your mind?
We had 3 third and longs in the touchdown drive in the fourth quarter. We get off the field there, the game's over. That stands out in my mind. That we got to get off the field in third and extra long, third and long. I mean, we can't let teams stay in there.
Is that just part of being a head coach that you only see kind of where there's room for improvement?
Oh, absolutely. That's just who I am anyway. Yeah.
You've been talking about it already back here in the back, but just the resiliency of this team, what did they show to you tonight, and what did they sort of say about the team overall?
Yeah, I think it says a lot about their ability, again, to handle these tough moments, handle adversity. When things aren't going great for us, they respond and with toughness and grit. And it's a great quality to have. And so there's going to be games. I mean, every year you can point out a couple games in those tight 1 or 2 point games that swing a season. And I think so that's why I think this win was so big to be able to pull it off.
Are you ready? Are you ready to see Colorado State multiple times, throughout the rest of your career?
I don't know. I gotta.
The throw to the tight end has not been big the first 4 games. Was that a big part of the plan today, or did it just sort of evolve to get it to Jermaine? Because I think he had 6 or 7 catches.
Yeah, it evolved, and then I think Purdue, it was going to be tough because of all the man-to-man coverage they played and the defense that they played. We got a little bit more zone tonight than what we've seen from the last couple teams. So I think that helped get the tight end free a little bit more. So it was an effort to involve them in the passing game, but it also was part of just what we got. They were open tonight.
Jam leaves the game early. How big was Giovanni's play to be able to run the ball effectively the way he did? I think he had 3 touchdowns or something like that.
Yeah, I mean he's really, and Coach Gunderson's doing a great job of using his legs to help us move the ball and score. And then it's unfortunate what happened to Jam, but the depth of that backfield, Hankerson coming in and running extremely well. And then we got to get Solid going more now. He'll have more opportunities. So that's the good part about it is the depth in that room.
Hadn't thrown the ball much all night, except in the fourth quarter. When you absolutely had to, you showed some ability to throw the ball. Can you build off that and can continue to throw the ball maybe more than we've seen so far this season?
Yeah, I think so. Again, throwing the ball and not throwing the ball, you look at, how the game's going, and what was it, 8 minutes down to score a touchdown to put us up 11. So when you can do that to a team, again, I think Gundy does a great job of calling the game that's happening, and not trying to force things or, I need to have throws or I need to have runs. He stays within what's working. I think he does a great job of that.
You talked about the depth in the backfield. Obviously, we'll have to be, risen up a little bit with Jam. Is it something where you're ready to say he'd be out for the year or still
I
to be
couldn't tell you
determined?
that. Yeah, I couldn't tell you that now.
They had first down at the 2 there in double overtime, and you obviously backed them up, and then the penalty delay of game. Oh, illegal substitution. Just what stands out to you about that sequence, and what do you think that can do for this defense? Because obviously it was, like you said, an up and down performance on the line, but to have that kind of success when it really, really mattered.
Yeah, I think that should be huge for our confidence, the ability to close the game out and bow up when we need to. I think that should be a big-time confidence for them because there's a lot of ability on that side of the ball. We just got to get it more consistent for the whole game. But I like the way they play, and they step up when it counts.
This one kind of being that first official Mountain West game, does this feel like a bit of a statement win? You guys being obviously the Pac-12 in the Mountain West this year?
No, I don't think that's a thought process for anyone. It's a win, the 4-1, and puts us where we want to be at this moment. So I think that's as much as it is.
Coach, it's the second time in as many games where we've seen kind of Giovanni be able to put the team on his back in a critical situation. He did it against Purdue with that 2-minute drill before the half, and now this time in the fourth quarter to go get points. Is he just a gamer? Is that just how he's wired in those situations?
Yeah, I think he is. You look at what we were able to do to close out both halves. The first half and the second half, and really all season. We've scored or put ourselves in a position to score in every single game and left no time for the other team. He's just a clutch player.
Thank you, Coach.
I think.